It's a lovely Wednesday morning. Welcome to Ways Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? My name is Omoto Shola Sharimaki. Yes, it's Wednesday, and today is when we get to talk about health issues, health related issues, fitness issues, nutrition issues. And today will be no short of that. And with me are the ladies. Good morning to you, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning.
Morning.
I like the color of your clothes. I don't know what I feel like of recent I've been liking purple. You need to calm down.
Okay. How are you, Somto? Good morning.
I'm pumped today. I woke up
love
feeling
it.
all strong. Some daily affirmations. I'm blessed. So it's
Love
gonna be a
it.
good day. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling today.
Lovely. Over to you. How do you feel this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. Are you sure you're okay?
That question.
Yes. I'm fine. I don't know, but my morning is looking brighter. No matter what happened in the early hours of the morning, all that matters is excuse me, all that matters is the fact that you're able to shake it off and then move ahead to the next thing. Yeah, aside that, I think I'm good.
Beautiful.
I told you about yellow this week. Today I decided to wear black. It's about yellow.
Well, isn't it Sakaba yellow?
That I'm saying all this yellow. Anyways, you look
We'll be
good
okay.
regardless.
Thank
You look
you.
good
Thank
regardless.
you.
So if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Artificial Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button now, like and share to family and friends. And today we'll be discussing how to maintain a healthy diet amidst economic hardship. Basically, we want to talk about how to eat healthy on a budget. I think that's what has been trending on social media space right
Yeah.
now. How to cook with 2,500. I don't know if
There
you
was
all
one
saw that
picture I
post.
saw.
Yeah,
God bless
the guy
you.
cooked
Rice, fish, egg
Fish.
is inside. And you told me that
and he
that's
said
2,500.
2,500.
Are you sure it's in this country?
Because a kilo of Titus, that's a Titus fish mackerel. A kilo of that fish goes for 4,008.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if you want to buy half kilo, you're paying like 2,000. And I saw two heads, so which means two fishes.
It's two, yeah.
So which means it's not half kilo.
Yeah.
It's a full kilo.
Yeah.
And one egg goes for how much now? Is it 300 to 400?
It's either 200, depending on where he bought it, where he's staying and all of that. But
Okay,
it
let me
should be
say
between the range
200.
of 200, 300.
Yeah, 200. So if he bought one egg for 200,
That
and
egg is
there's
more
like
than one.
four,
Yeah.
that's like
So
four.
that's like
Let's say
800 naira.
800 plus 4, 8. That's like how much?
about 5, 6.
Then there's pepper in the rice. Is that a pepper?
There's pepper. You know, pepper is not 200 naira now.
Pepper is not 200
It's
as
not 200,
well.
it's 500 naira.
Yes.
According
me.
to some people that went to market.
And the food looks so spicy. It looks like a Yoruba meal. So it means there's more pepper in the food. Yeah.
We
And
won't
of
talk
course,
about the
there'll be
season,
touch of
so
tomatoes.
God bless you.
Let's even say he has seasoning at home and he has rice at home. But
Okay.
that extra is already more than 2.5.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's what we'll be talking about.
Need to know
We'll
the
be
secrets.
explaining with the help of our guests how to eat healthy with, with the ongoing economic hardship. And now we'll be going on a quick break to return with our headlines across the globe. Please be on standby. Glad to have you back on the show. The show is just starting. I was starting with our headlines across the globe. This is where we get to review some of the newspaper that runs on today's newspaper in and outside of Nigeria. And today we have the Guardian, Punch, and the New York Times. And I'll be starting from the Guardian newspaper where there are a lot of stories. The Guardian newspaper major headline is on the Federal Account Allocation Committee. This has been trending since yesterday. Citizens wallow in misery as government seat duties to federal government amid 5.34 trillion naira cut. Then under it, there's this analysis of the Federal Account Allocation Committee funds. They said the total FAAC shared by the states in last 1 year is about 5.3 trillion naira. Then state IGR is about 40% of the federal allocation, then federal allocation by geopolitical zones as at 2023. So it was splitted in like something like an hierarchy form. So the Northwest had about 1.2 trillion naira, the Northeast had about 807.3 billion naira, the North Central had 948.24 billion naira, Southeast had about 680.59 billion naira, South had 1.84 trillion naira, Southwest had 1.1 trillion naira. And I went further to make research of how it was splitted across the states in Nigeria, 36 states and the FCT. So I'll just mention some of the states in the Southwest. So they splitted this total sum of money and they sent it to each state of the federation based on the number of the local government they have. So I'm reading out for Lagos. Lagos have 20 local governments. So they shared 26.93 billion naira to Lagos State. Ondo has 18 local governments. They shared 5.84 billion naira to Ondo State. Ogun has 20 as well. They shared 6.37 billion naira to Ogun State among all other states. So the states that received the highest, which is Borno State, they have 27 local governments. They received about 8.79 billion naira. And the question that piqued my interest, the question that I'm asking is, how will a state be collecting this month and yet we are not ready to pay 70,000 naira as minimum wage? I did not understand where in my state we collected 5.84 billion naira, or maybe billion does not mean the billion anymore. Billion has like how many zeros? And this is not the only allocation. There's still other allocation coming in, and yet we are saying we cannot pay 70,000 naira minimum wage. That's appalling. Away from that, there's another story on the Guardian newspaper that reads, Falana backs military in denouncing protesters' use of Russian flag. Hit Tinubu's dialogue call, ECOWAS tells protesters. And away from that, after apology, APC to reinstate Ndume as chief whip. And then this other story from the CBN. CBN saves Unity Bank, clears merger with Providus Bank. Then the other stories at the bottom corner read, federal government inaugurates steering committee for digital free zones to boost global tech. The last but one reads, Nigeria orders developing countries stuck in middle income trap, says World Bank. And the last story reads, OPEC, NNPCL and subsidized crude oil for refiners. This is an editorial. And those are the headlines on the pages of the Guardian newspaper. For more stories, take a quick look at the pages of the Guardian newspaper. Let's take a look at the Punch, Nigerian stories.
So I'll be taking the Punch newspaper. I'll begin with the major headline, which says, Russian flag. The federal government probes 4 northern political bigwigs. Under that, we have influential political figures from Kaduna, Katsina, Bauchi suspected of sponsoring protests. Below that, we have FG deploys operatives in Niger, Chad bothers, protest arrowheads disown Russian flag wavers. Below that, by the left, we have Naira crude sale yet to happen. Beside that, we have 4 suspected cultists nabbed for killing Ogun Barber. By the right side, we have import duty waiver on rice. Others begins next week. On top of the newspaper, we have 1 trillion naira spent to fight insecurity in 6 months. Beside that, we have reps failed to effect 50% pay cuts. By the right side, we have varieties mobilizing unqualified graduates for NYSC. So I'll just dwell a little bit on the major headline because it links to what I talked about yesterday. FG probes 4 northern political bigwigs. Underneath that, we have influential political figures from Kaduna, Katsina, Bauchi suspected of sponsoring protests. So the national security agencies have taken it upon themselves to investigate 4 politicians from these states, Kaduna, Katsina, Bauchi, and Kano. They believe that these people are the principal actors who instigated that these people, the northern people, should be flagging the Russian flag. Because yesterday when we talked about this issue, it was said that the northern people were flagging the Russian flag, which actually stands for a change in the regime, the military regime.
Yeah.
Boys are that burnt the Nigerian flag.
Yeah. So it's good that at least they're taking, effort. They're taking steps. That's a good thing.
And just to add a bit to it,
okay.
I feel like they do not know what they are doing. I don't know. I feel like they have no idea of what they are doing. I've not been to the north.
Is
before.
they have no idea of what they are doing, or making it look like they have no idea of what they are doing?
I don't know if I should consider them as one of. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong words. I'm trying to be very mindful of the way I put my words. I do not see them as, okay, if it's South that this thing was done, we know that this is not what we are going to be saying. We are not going to declare them as trusting normal IPOB. I don't know if IPOB is normal, but just IPOB, yeah, we know how, they painted them to be a terrorist group and all of that. So just imagine it was the South, or was the Southeast, or let's say somewhere in Lagos, Admiralty way here, or Tollgate, that we raised the flag of Russia and we burnt the flag of Nigeria. This is definitely not what we are going to be talking about. So I assume that the federal government knows that these people, they not to know. Let's just leave them. You know? But let them not go unpunished as well. What if we are supposed to punish them like a arm's length? Let's punish them just small, like Sharia law. Instead of you to cut the full one, let's just cut
the hand.
Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, even though I kind of disagree with you, but we'll be all right. I mean, as time goes on, I've always told you that what's going on in Nigeria is more like a stay tuned kind of thing. So I'm very sure, stay tuned. So I'm very sure maybe before tomorrow or next tomorrow, we should be able to know what if they come to conclusion that okay, this person is actually the people that instigated the whole Russian flag and all. We'll be all right. All right, so let's quickly go over to the New York Times newspaper. All right, let's start out. The newspaper has Google lost antitrust case on search tool. George rules company is illegal monopoly. Next to that, weak jobs data helps to spread global sell-off, sending mixed signals. But the right side has in Bangladesh, the prime minister resigned, flee country in copper after huge protest. Next to that has Slipper spies with an art gallery and children. Beneath that, little to little, we have reached the peak at our own pace. All right, the next one we have is, which is the last headline, with struggling actor turns monk pours, lottery win into theater. All right, the headline I want to quickly touch on is what is going on in Bangladesh right now. So we have the prime minister resigns here in Bangladesh and literally fly outside the country after the huge protest. All right, so following violent protests that left about 100 dead, hundreds of thousands to Dhaka streets, defying a government-imposed curfew and demanding Prime Minister Hasina's resignation. So Hasina has ruled autocratically for 15 years as the 10th Prime Minister in Bangladesh, right? From June 1996 to July 2001. Then she ruled again. So according to statistics, or do I say what was noted during the time I was doing my research, it was they noted it there that she actually looked like find her way in again into the seat as a prime minister. So she ruled again from January 2009 to August 2024. Then resigned under pressure, which we all know. I mean, you've been seeing the huge protest that's been going on to the extent that even after she has gone up, because I think she left the country since Monday or so, they still went to her office, scattered the office, went to her house. I saw a picture of them holding her undies and all of those, pictures of that. So it just takes us back to the fact that there are a whole lot of people that are on sit. I mean, she has ruled for 15 years. That's a lot.
I really do not understand the type of government some people practice.
No, that they actually practice
one of the
parliamentary
African countries where their leader led them for many years. Mugabe.
Okay, I think we saw that.
Led them for many years. I don't understand if it's monarchical system where they just have
Not at
a
all.
queen or...
Not at all.
I really do not understand why someone would be the governor. That's why Nigeria, they're trying to extend the tenure from 4 years
to 6 years.
So I feel like if you want to extend it to 6 years, there should just be one term. You cannot contest again because we cannot have a leader for 12 good years.
This one
My
is
life
15,
would have gone from best diet right now to excellent or the other way around.
Oh, no.
Because I really do not understand. Then I want to quickly talk about the Richard Quest. I was listening to the Google thing on and the back and forth on with Richard Cross was talking about it yesterday.
Okay.
How I really do not understand why they say Google is illegal or something. Then I saw a funny tweet. Someone said instead of Google now go to TikTok. I really do not understand, but we'll talk about it much later, I guess.
Okay, I think TikTok is not the new
Google.
Google, yeah. Because I mean, I hear people say there's nothing you cannot actually find on Google.
Yeah.
I'm
On
sorry, on
TikTok,
TikTok,
rather.
actually.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, so we are going on a short break, and when we return, we will be returning with our guest via Zoom to have this conversation how to eat healthy on a budget. Please be understand, but we'll be back in a jiffy. Glad to have you back on the show. You're still on to West Breakfast. Hashtag what are you saying? This is the part where you have to send this link, this our YouTube link to family and friends, because what we want to talk about is very, very important, especially in today's Nigeria. So today we are going to be talking about, as mentioned earlier, we will be talking about maintaining a healthy diet amidst economic hardship. As prices for essential food items soar and financial resources become increasingly strained, the task of balancing nutrition needs with economic constraint can be seen as overwhelming. However, prioritizing a healthy diet remains crucial for overall well-being and resilience. This discussion will explore practical strategies for achieving and sustaining a balanced diet despite financial hardship. And joining us to have this conversation is Zwelithini Sibanda. He is a health advocate from Zimbabwe. Good morning to you. Glad to have you on the show. Good morning to you. Can you hear us? Glad to have you on the show. I guess we're having a bit of network
Hello.
issues. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. How are you doing this morning? How is the weather over there?
I'm doing very well. Hey, looking forward to this fight. How are you doing, guys?
Awesome. Thank you. Quickly, I need you to help pronounce your name well, because just pronounce it the way you're supposed, the way it's pronounced, rather.
Okay, so my name is Zwelithini. Sibanda. Sibanda, that's my surname, right?
Thank you. Thank you. So, we are going to be talking about the concept of balanced diet. I mean, let's start from there. Can you
Yeah.
explain to us what the concept of balanced diet actually entails? Yes, when we were growing up as a child, we heard carbohydrate, protein, vitamin, fat, and oil. But what does the concept of balanced diet actually and practically mean?
Actually, yeah, maintaining a healthy balanced diet is something challenging during economic crisis. But people must plan the budget so that you can create a meal, plan the budget groceries to avoid food waste and unnecessary expense. Let's try to speak on this side.
Oh, I guess we have a bit of network issue. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back shortly.
It's summer and time to hear what the teenagers are saying. Ways Teens Takeover 2024 promises to be an amazing week as our teenagers take over the show to discuss all national and social concerns as it affects them. Join your faves from last season: Alpha, Yasmin, Adora, Salma, Morolake, Ezinne, Ite, and watch out for the new additions to the team: Barisudo, Letam, Oluwa Jerry Arare, and Oluwa Tominini. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us across all our social media platforms, and most importantly, tell every teenager you know to be a part of a special summer edition. Starting from the 12th of August through to the 16th of August 2024, these amazing teenagers will be on your TV screens. Ways Teens Takeover, where the voices of our teenagers count.
Are you saying that they are contributing to the problem of overpricing within the Nigerian environment or in the industry at large?
I'll come this way, that a lot of these challenges being experienced also, we can't take out the place of the agents away from it. Because the higher the price, the higher their commission. In some cases, there are landlords that have said, oh, this house, I'm taking 5 million naira per annum from it, for instance. And the agent is saying,
I can get it for 7
I can get
million
it
for
for
you.
7. It's now, your friends are taking, all around, your neighbors are taking 10 million, 8 million. And the landlord say, oh, anyway, if you can get me just 5 million, I am okay. If you get anything other than that, it's yours. So some seem to mark it up. And if the regulations we have, if we actually enforce it, then those can be caught. Now, we won't take out the fact that these things happen, and some of them may be as a result of probably title. Title makes this pricing to go up. Like you see a place where it has probably a certificate of occupancy, and I mean, whether individual or global certificate of occupancy that covers an entire state, and the next one doesn't have. I mean, so to that extent, so
Because
it
this
commands
is a safer
value.
property.
It's safer.
Glad to have you back here. Still on to West Breakfast. Hashtag, what are we saying? What are you rather saying? And we're still speaking with our guests. And now we want to, like I mentioned earlier, want to ask the question again because then we are having a bit of network issues. So are you still there with us? Glad to have you back once again.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
Let's hope it's going to perform better now.
Okay. Yes, I think the network is better now.
Yes.
So I asked earlier that, can you explain practically the concept of balanced diet and what it entails? You can mention food, you can mention drinks or anything, at least not branded, at least. So can you explain the concept of balanced diet for us?
Okay. For the balanced diet, like I said earlier, like with in our community, like in these economic issues, it can be difficult for us to maintain a balanced diet, but we can have an option how to balance our balanced diet. Okay, so are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
A lot of us have fixed budgets that we
Can
want
you hear
to. A lot of us have fixed budgets that we wouldn't want to, pass. Some people are actually very stingy with themselves. They wouldn't, even when they have the money, they don't want to spend on themselves and buy, proper food, eat proper, healthy. But like, I just want to ask if, like, okay, for us that have, fixed budgets on what we want to spend, how can we maintain, balanced diet in our meals?
Okay, so it's very easy. It's very easy. Just that, yeah, people are very stingy nowadays. They are always calculating. But in terms of a balanced diet, if we are concerned about our balanced diet, we have to plan. Let's just buy in bulk. We can purchase non-perishable items like rice, beans, and pasta in bulk to save money. Okay. Then we could also shop for a seasonal produce, so produce that in a season often cheaper than out of season produce.
Awesome. Are you still there?
Yes, we can also cook at home, right? Yeah, so that you can maybe people avoiding to buy at a restaurant or somewhere else. We can cook at home, prepare a meal at home. It's healthier and cheaper.
I guess oh, okay. So I think he's trying to say something that to actually maintain our diet, we should cook at home and not buy food outside. But right now in Nigeria, we understand that we are in different countries, but right now in Nigeria, cooking at home is more pricey than buying food outside.
Actually.
Are you back?
Oh.
Oh no,
Okay, but we can also let's stretch our protein. Let's use a smaller amount, like a amount of expensive protein source like a meat and supplement with a plant based option, right?
Of course, Beauty, you wanted to say something the other time.
Oh, I wanted to ask him to be like a bit more practical with us, So him personally, how is he able to get the whole balanced diet? Because when we're talking about balanced diet now, just like you were mentioning the 6 classes of food, we have the carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, mineral salt, fat and oil, and of course water, right? But I mean, somehow I feel like that only happens when we just like. It's just a normal thing, or it's this consciousness that comes with, oh, okay, this is how a balanced diet should look like. But somehow we don't get to follow the process, and that's because probably, the economic status right now is showing very red, so nobody has that enough funds. And what is happening? Do you understand? So I want you to be a bit practical with us. How do you try as much as possible? Even when you're trying to manage and all of that, trying to manage your money and all of that. But how are you able to, still eat healthy, have a very good balanced diet, and and at the same time still save up, keep your money without having to spend too much because you're trying to maintain steez of eating healthy and all of that.
Okay, just to maintain our money in these terms of our balanced diet, people can plan, like I said earlier, like we can plan. Let's just buy in bulk so that we will not continue going to the market and buy. You can just buy in bulk and put it at home on the fridge, whichever, so that you are not going to continue going and buy these things, the fruits, beans, whatsoever. So let's just have for example, how can I put this?
Bulk buying is actually
Okay. I'm sorry, the network is tripping.
Okay.
Okay, so I was saying like people must buy in bulk so that you maybe if you can manage to buy something maybe for 1 month, and then you can also have to save your money for the other things. You can make are you guys hearing me?
Yes,
we can hear
ears.
you. Well, yes. Okay, I think we was trying to talk about bulk buy and how it saves money. But Nigerian right now, before, let me use myself as an example. I used to bulk buy. I'll buy a
I feel
pint
like
of,
almost everybody used to.
I think everybody does. No, I'll buy Gary a paint. I'll buy because I don't take it that much, so I'll buy like one. It will last me for more than at times 2-3 months. Yes, because at the time I don't take Eba, but based on the economy, I now switch to the Eba side.
No matter how, I
so then I buy semo, I buy all of these things. Buy beans, buy rice, buy groundnut oil, buy 5 liters of palm oil, and it lasts me. Then my entire budget is barely going to. Let's say when push comes to shove, then I'm buying provisions with it, right? It's going to like 50K or so. But right now, beans alone, just a paint bucket of only beans alone goes for 12K. So how would you want to, your budget is 50K. Okay, let's just say economy has gone bad. Let's increase our budget from 50K to 70K, because it's not as if I now earn better, or maybe my boss has increased my salary. She has not increased my salary. My own fare has increased. I mean, back and forth going on has increased. So which means either by service be the one to suffer for it, right? But I got chop before I save. Darby, let's do food first. So okay, I'm reducing my savings just to eat first. So I've increased my monthly budget from 50K to 70K to buy food. Out of the 70K, we are trying to be practical while we await our guests to join us back. Beans, a pint of beans that used to be 6K for only beans, I think 4-5 for drum, then all of that, has gone to 12,000. 12,000 minus 70K.
That's about 62?
I think 58 or so.
58,
yes.
okay, sorry.
Then we have a pint of rice. I don't even know how much it costs anymore, because I'm still eating the one I have. I think it's now going for about 6K per pint. That pint, or about, I think 7K or so. I buy one. After buying one, I want to buy semo. Semo now goes for 1.7 because I asked as a Saturday.
1.7?
Yes, I was shocked as well.
Are you sure it's 1.7 or is it even more than that?
I think he said.
I know it depends on the brand.
I
think it depends on the brand you.
Okay, but the brand, I think the popular yellow brand goes for 1.7.
Oh, okay.
Although the guy said they sell for 1.7, 1.9.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are doing. They sell wholesale rather.
Oh, okay.
So he said it goes for 1.7. On a norms, in a month, they're supposed to buy at least 2 or 3 or even 4. But because it used to be the likes of 600, 450 before.
Yeah.
So now, if only one goes for 1.7, okay, instead of buying 4 or 5, I'll choose to buy, let me just buy 2. We'll manage. We still have 70K budget. 70K has entered like 43K. Now we have to buy provisions. I used to buy the big size chocolate,
milk?
tin milk. So it goes for 4,000 naira then. But now the small size goes for 3.8.
Yes.
Now the small size goes for 3.8. So how will I buy the medium size I used to buy, which was 4,000? If the small size goes for 3.8, it means it will either take me for
double
less
the
than
price.
a month. Right. Okay, well, yeah, let's close that and buy. So it's look as if we are working. They are not sitting in our body. It bought that one, 3.8. Okay, mommy, do you have milk? My daughter, for this product is 3.5. For this product is 3,000. For this product, okay, give me one. After calculating the provisions, milk, tea, yes, milk, tea, sugar, custard. Cereals is luxurious. Let's not buy cereals. Or maybe let's buy one of. You know, there are 2 types. There's the legumes or something. There are 2 types. Let's just buy one type, right? After calculating your money, they're telling you, Auntie, your money is 19,500. And I said, please start explaining from the beginning. How did you buy it? And, you're not going to the mall to pick all of these things. When you get to the mall like this, you would have seen the price before picking it. Yeah. But this one, they have calculated against. Eba me drop. Eli, apologies on your breast because it means drop this one. Okay, drop this one, drop this one, drop this one. Then you want to cook soup for a week. Something happened to me this week that my soup spoiled. I just acted so nice and mature, like, okay, let's wait it up. But it pained me because I spent a lot on the meal, right? So I spent a lot. Maybe I should have order from this is one of these ordering. Maybe would have saved me the stress. But I said, okay, let me cook. I filled my gas. I used my energy. I cooked this meal. Okay, I felt like this meal will last me for a week or so. But look at me. I'm trying to ask if is our guest back now? Okay, we have to go on a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Please stay with us. You're welcome back to the show. This is West Breakfast. Hashtag what are we saying? What are you? Why do I keep saying what are we saying?
Because we are all saying something.
Okay, what are you saying? Because it's your opinion that matters the most to us. We still have our guest on standby, Zimbabwe. Good morning. I'm saying good morning all over again. Zimbabwe, please, are you still there now? Do we have you now?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Yes,
love it.
thank you. Thank you. This is good. So we were asking the other time about, we want to be more practical now. We just explain. I don't know if you heard us. We just explain how we crossed a Nigerian at the moment. We understand we are not in the same country, but I also know that you've been reading news on how the inflation in the country bites harder. So how do we eat healthy right now? Okay, that's okay with everything going back and forth. How do we eat healthy but on a budget?
Okay, so like in our country, to maintain the diet for now is not that difficult, because I think those are the most like cheapest thing, because we are buying it from we are using two currencies in Zimbabwe, like three. We're having US dollar and also our currency is called Zimbabwean Z. So we can manage to buy, especially fruits. Fruits are started from $1. Even the milk is started from maybe 90 cents. So for now, we can manage to maintain our balanced diet because of yes, the economic is not that good. Yes, it's not that good, but I think for the diet, if we are now, we can say what you can manage now to like in our daily basis. For now, we can manage to buy maybe fruits. These are the most cheapest thing, like here, because you can get it from in cents. So I think for the issue of maintaining the balance concerning our pockets, we can let's just plan. Like I said before, like the people must plan for their balanced diet so that it cannot strain you. We can plan maybe just buying in bulk, buying black, these things of milk, rice, and also beans. Even beans is also cheap this side because there are so many farmers. There are so many farmers this side, so they are now having a competition so that beans are so cheaper. Maybe rice and stem. These are the things maybe you can get from from $2 something US dollar.
Okay, so he said in their area, food is cheaper. He said beans is quite cheaper in their area. And one thing that he talked about that really piqued my interest is the farmer thing. He said there are more farmers in the area. So in Nigeria, we used to have more farmers. I mean, more local farmers, either in the north or in the southwest. But right now, we're having security challenge being the major issue, whereby our farmers can no longer go to farm. Our farmers have to pay for import duties. Our farmers have to do one or two things to be able to ensure that we, the consumers, at the end product, get it. In a situation like this, that our farmers are going through a lot, I hope you can still hear me. Zimbabwe, are you there? Okay. So I guess these are very serious network issues. So we'll just focus on ourselves. So in a situation where our farmers are struggling to even plant, to even harvest what they planted, to even bring it down to the market or send it to other states, before it finally gets to us, how do we maintain all of this? Or let me ask, okay, what has been you ladies surviving skills or surviving mechanism? Because for me, my management cost right now has increased times 3.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord.
Please, say something.
Please, would you like to talk?
Okay, so let me start from your question here because there's something I wanted to even ask him based on what he was saying. But I think what has actually kept me is, so I hear you people when you say, oh, buy in bulk. I mean, I hear him when he said it's good for you to buy in bulk and all of that. But I mean, in that talks about the state of the nation or the state of the country. Like he said, you see that their beans is cheap. What thing can shock me from all the things I've been saying is when he said the fruits there are actually cheap. I'm like, oh, wow. You need to come and check the price of apple here. Do you get what I'm saying? Right. So, and I also hear him when he said there's a lot of farmers, right? But, I mean, what has actually helped me over time is not necessarily buying in bulk, but being able to now function based on, okay, what meal. So I think I do based on like weekly base, not even a monthly thing, right? So I look at the week and I'm like, okay, so what do you want to eat this week? What do you want to eat this week? That's where I even start from. So if I'm like, okay, this week I want to eat oats, I want to take some bananas, right? I want, what else? What else do I literally eat? Okay, let me use this week, for example. So I mean, I have my oats, I have my custard, I have bread and butter, right? And I have like some fruits. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know about any other person. If anybody says it's not balanced, I don't know what else should be balanced, right? So in between the week, I'm actually now just yesterday, I actually bought, what's the name now? I bought swallow with egusi, right? And I have my protein in it. So do you get what I'm saying? I feel like with all this in a week, I feel like it's balanced enough.
But financially,
this is
balancing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you have to now look at how much you have and what you actually now want to get. Because norms, I would want to go for, a jollof spaghetti that has a lot of carrot and all of those things inside.
Seafood.
Do you understand? But at the same time, when I now look at the account, this one is ready even before the end of the month. Yeah. You now have to work with what you have, right? So that's why I said, I mean, the fruits I have, that's like vitamins already, right? I have protein already, that's the meat and all of that. Yeah. And I'm this egg fan. Even though growing up, I was actually not a boy egg fan. Do you get what I'm saying? But now I feel like there's actually need for it. I can't be always getting meat and all of that. I also have to due to like growing older and all of that. So I get like in between the week, you see me eating egg, Then I have my oats, I have my milk. That's another protein, I have my milk. And I have bread, which is carbohydrate. Yeah. I have butter, that's under fat and oil. Do you get? So
I think you're doing well.
So literally, that's it basically.
Nice, really.
Yeah, I feel like you're still on the luxurious part.
Not really, actually. Because if you look at the budget, she's actually she's actually keeping herself from all these luxury kind of foods.
Exactly.
And tailoring to like what's available for the week.
That's true.
That's actually really.
How about you? How have you been coping? How have you been? What do you not eat? Okay, let's start with what do you eat before that you do not eat anymore now? Or what do you not eat before that you now eat?
On my plate, I used to have like 3 chickens, like 3 steady. Wow. Like, I'm not even joking. Wow. Now, my chicken like this. This, like do the cuts it. Oh my god.
Love and
Nigeria is happening to you.
It different. Even the size of my rice now. I just like what you cook for the family basically is not like it used to be. So now like you just have to the spoons and the rationing, and you can't even be wasting food in my house. You can't do that. So that's what I was saying basically. You don't waste food anymore. You cook according to how many people are there. Make sure that
I think
in my house we don't even really like maybe foods like spaghetti or rice being in the fridge too much, because it tends to be extra soft and so you have to like cook, make sure that what you're cooking everybody's eating it. You don't overdo.
Growing up with my parents, then we used to have choices of food. Then later.
I'm a fan, don't worry.
Then later, what they cook is what we eat. Especially when it comes to beans. I think for the better part of my childhood growing up, I don't like beans because I feel like there's always beans and pounded yam on the menu, because my father likes pounded yam. Because I don't even say likes because he still likes it. Yeah. He likes pounded yam. You can wake up on a Monday morning and say, okay, we are eating pounded yam to work and to school. And you'll be there, you will have to pound it. So for me, I did not like that. He liked fresh pepper, grounded on the stone. I wasn't raised in a village. I wasn't raised in a settlement, but he likes it that way, right? So for me, I didn't like pounded yam because of the stress that comes with it. I don't like beans because we eat it more often. I didn't like rice and stew. Okay, up until now, I still don't like rice. Right? But yeah, I feel like
Nigeria's steady food. You don't like it.
That's the thing.
It's too everywhere. So for me, and now that rice has gone up,
I have issues with.
I think the issue is that they're actually different ways to cook rice. Just that. We just stick to the basics.
As long as it's not white rice and stew, I love it. Asun rice.
That's where I have an issue with white rice and stew. I have an issue with that. Yeah. But actually, my favorite food is jollof rice, right? So anyhow it's prepared, I love it. But I see that white rice, especially the stew, because the way some people make their stew is something I don't know. It's something to just not write home about. Do you get? So it makes me, and it's too everywhere. Like I said, it's more like a cliche thing. So I don't know.
So we are still speaking to the conversation, how to eat healthy on a budget. And we have been having serious network issues with our guests. I hope it's still there now. Sibanda, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't know you've joined us back. So now let's ask about grocery and practical tips for grocery shopping, for meal shopping and grocery shopping. Help us. How do we do it? Okay, we understand things are so expensive, but instead of buying this, buy this. Maybe instead of buying egg, buy quail eggs, or maybe buy maybe fertility eggs or something. That's what they like to know. So help us on grocery shopping, meal planning. What are those practical tips that can help us?
Okay, so for the practical that can help us in terms of buying groceries, I think I mentioned this word earlier. Like people must plan their grocery. You must know what you eat, like what you guys usually eat. Maybe like I think one of you guys saying that I like today maybe I plan that I eat this, maybe tomorrow I eat maybe rice or whatsoever. So people must plan, maybe write something, you have a write of a piece of paper maybe before you go maybe at the grocery shop, so that you cannot find yourself picking something that you haven't planned to buy. So just write a list of grocery down, and you'll be know that what are you eating. Don't just be someone who is just eating what he like. For example, some people eating according to their budget, you know. So you have to eat like maybe you have to plan. Even if you find that something that we have mentioned here, you have brought it like in your budget, it maybe is too expensive. You better not to buy maybe, and some try to find some other money so that you can make sure that you maintain your like your groceries. So let's just plan, have a piece of paper when you're going at the shop. If you get at the shop, don't pick something that is not in your grocery list. Am I clear on that?
That's true. Yes,
Yes,
yes. Because you go to the
Yes.
mall to want to pick this thing, you will not see one wax that you've been looking for. You will not add it to cart. I know.
Yeah, everyone can relate.
So now,
Yes.
So, like, are there any budget-friendly food that you would like to recommend for us that still have that maximum nutritional value?
Can you come again?
Like, are there any budget-friendly foodstuffs you would like to recommend to us? That still have that still offer nutritional value in it, basically. Like these budget-friendly meals that still do you understand what I mean?
No, like I can't hear you clearly. Can you just
Oh, sorry.
okay. Let me.
raise
Let
your
me.
Sorry.
voice a little bit?
Okay, I think what she's saying
I think
is, what are those things you
she's
can?
too nosy.
I can
She's
be.
saying,
I think what she was trying to say is, what are those things that we can eat? Those cheap and not too expensive things that we can eat, but they still have the complete nutritional values.
okay, maybe we can eat rice, sugar beans. I think you said you don't like sugar beans, but I don't know what you can do. But we can eat rice, sugar beans, and stem. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we're prepping to round up, and you've been looking to say something.
Okay, so I mean, I hear him when he spoke about meal planning and all of that. Honestly, here in Nigeria, I don't know how
Yes.
many people actually do meal planning. Do you?
I don't know.
Exactly. So somehow I don't know how feasible that is, and I don't know
Yes,
how you've been.
even this side, people are not. There are few people who are planning their meal or even groceries. People are not planning, but it's very good to plan your meal. It shows that you are organized.
So how do you give me practical examples now? How do you meal plan?
And ensure that you follow the
And
meal plan.
yeah, I am sure. Because again, you can look at your account balance and say, what is in this place today is fried rice and chicken. There's no money for the chicken, you know. So I don't know how have you been able to do it.
Like, for example, people know you know your budget, you know your pocket, you know how much the money you get maybe for end of month or end of week. You know your budget, you know like your plans about the money that is coming. So you are planning your budget according to or training to your budget. you don't just plan the meal or your groceries. You just plan your meal or your grocery as training to your budget. Because you are the one who knows your budget. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. You know your budget, so whatever you're writing in your meal plan should be very, very realistic. You should not write rice and fried rice and chicken like you mentioned. Unless chicken is even normal. Let's say fried rice and turkey. Because I know turkey is quite pricey right now these days. So you should not write fried rice and turkey in your meal plan. When in a real sense, you know that before 15th, your money would have be entering like 35% and all of that. So I'd like to ask you on swallow meals. Some people, or should I say right now, people want to eat things that will keep them or last them for hours. Enough of let's eat toast bread and tea in the morning. Then maybe in the afternoon, let's snack on something light. Or at night, let's just eat like pasta and stew or maybe boiled yam and eggs. Right now, people want to eat fufu. People want to eat eba. And when they're eating like 5 wraps or like 3-4 wraps at just one sitting. They just want to eat it so that they can have energy. Forgetting that we are focusing more on energy part and not on nutritional balance. What say you about this?
Okay, I don't know, maybe for in your side, guys, what do you guys eat to so that you can maybe spend the rest of the day like having energy. But this side, maybe for in Zimbabwean side, people can eat, yeah, right, like so it's a I don't know how do you call it. It's in
Please
your country,
go ahead
but
and
this side
pronounce it.
we call it like the it's like I don't know how to put this. Maybe, but you cannot. You'll get the same. It's a pap, like it's a pap, or we call it salsa in the Shona language.
Okay.
Yes. So if you get salsa and maybe mix,
I can hear you. I think I was trying to talk about taking pap and beans, maybe for breakfast or something like. But do you think taking pap and beans, for me, beans makes me drink a lot of water. So each time I eat beans, I'm constantly taking water. Yes, water is good for our body, but I don't like the fact that as I'm consuming more water, it's making me want to go to the toilet. And on a normal day, when I leave my house in the morning, at times I do not use public toilet. Still, I'm going back till I get back to my house. That's like how. And then I used to wear jumpsuits a lot, so I was able to I don't know, maybe reposition my system to that way. Okay, once we leave the house in the morning till I get back to the house, I'm not going to zip down or have any reason to go to any public toilet. But he's saying now that maybe taking pap in the morning with beans is good to start the day. But what about few hours later? Won't you still be hungry, or does beans sustain anybody? I don't know. I'm not a lover of beans, so I can't say much.
Neither am I, actually.
It doesn't
No,
sustain anybody.
I think
don't eat
beans
beans like
actually
that.
do sustain, actually.
Oh.
It does, yeah. Especially
I
when
think
eating with
it
bread.
was-
Why do you think men actually go with
I
that?
think
Apart from their normal swallow.
bread and beans.
Yeah.
Bread and beans.
It
But
does
I think I'll only
actually.
like
But
beans
the
alone.
bread, it will be like agege bread. It's not be like a normal bread. I'm just asking, not to shade anyone. I'm just asking, like
Any bread is fine, really.
I think any bread
Any
is
bread.
fine.
Any bread is
Beans,
fine.
to sustain
flies.
people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're finally coming to an end of the show. So on the final note, ladies, what will you ladies start doing from now on to ensure that you're eating healthy and on a good budget?
Well, whether I'm stressed or not, at least I will try to have a little bit of those balanced nutrients in my food, at least. You know, instead of maybe just rice. Sometimes you can just have rice on your plate. Maybe this time you put eggs, or maybe you do salad by the side. So you try at least
salad.
putting effort, even in a week, you know. At least.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think just to add to what she said, because I mean, she already said it all, yeah. So I remember there was this person that I know. He actually puts all the vegetables that I've not seen in this life into his noodles. And sometimes I'm always looking at him and the noodles, I'm like, when you're not there.
Giving greenery.
But I mean, this is his own way of, you know, staying healthy and all of that. But I mean, like I said, I mentioned earlier, I think it's just look at your budget. Like me and I do weekly, yeah. There are people that want to do monthly, but I just like monthly is a bit too long, right? So weekly works for me. So I just look at the week and I'm like, okay, what do I want to eat this week? And I just get them. So I might just get them in small pieces. And another thing, even though to some persons it really probably doesn't make any sense, or they feel like, oh, you're starving yourself or anything. I don't like eating in the morning. Even when doctors will say, oh, breakfast is actually very good for the health and all of that. I just prefer to eat like probably late in the afternoon or towards afternoon, like 1, 2. Yeah. Don't look at me like that.
I want to say, let's not even forget fruits.
Yeah.
Like, people actually forget fruits. Like, even if you don't eat maybe balanced food that day, at least if you see fruits, just buy 1 or 2, you know.
Yeah,
apple,
honestly.
Carrots,
I mean, that's why there's this fruit salad, right? So you can actually just get it in the morning. I don't know about that, but those are my kind of food, literally. So I can just get it like in the morning and probably eating it by 12, and you won't see me eat anything like till probably the late hours of the day.
For me, I would say know why you are eating what. Like you said earlier, there are some, all in the name of eating fruit. There are some fruits that they have a different function. If you are eating carrots, we understand, okay, but probably you are trying to achieve a very good skin. Because what carrot does is to give you very good skin. If you are eating cucumber, it's that you are trying to burn fat, right? Last time I put cucumber in my water, then I was trying to lose, because I ate bread a lot. So I felt like I've gained weight. So I wanted to lose weight. That was why I'm putting cucumber in my water. So know why you're eating. It's not about just eating spinach or just eating it. What does it do? Before you notice, okay, you've lost weight because you are trying to eat healthy. If you're eating pineapple, there's a reason why people eat pineapple. If you're eating pineapple and apple, oh yes, you're eating well. But now that you're mixing banana and cucumber together, banana is for weight gain, cucumber is for weight loss. Banana is for weight gain. You add the banana and avocado together. It means you want to gain weight. You want to lose weight. You are confusing your body. So know why you eat what. And finally, eat healthy. Yes, the economy is bad. Yes, the prices of foods and even services are so expensive. But honestly, I don't think you should compromise on food, because you are the one waking up every morning when you're in the best mood, when you're not in the best mood, when you receive query, when somebody's decided to frustrate your efforts that day, you are the one still showing up every day for that your hustle, for that your business, for that your work. So the best thing you can do to yourself is to feed your body back, so that one day you don't just break down in the office and then we have to start pouring water on your body, on your head rather. And that's it on today's show. To come your way again tomorrow. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you so much, Mira.
And thank you very much to our guests. I know we lost in due to network issues.
Oh my
yes,
God.
Liz. We have this conversation again some other time. So we come your way again tomorrow. Bye for now.